Hey, what up? What up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We in here.
What's up, man? I just tried calling Fancy, but she's at a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, Fancy's a legend, man. I'm gonna go with that. Fancy's definitely a legend. Shout out to
Yes,
Fancy,
sir.
man. How you doing today, though, man?
I'm good, man. It's the end of the week, so I can't complain. It's Friday.
Yeah, Friday's the wave, man. I love Fridays a lot, man. I wind down on Fridays.
Same. I try and end the week on a calm note. You begin the week on the high note.
Yeah,
Friday, it's time to chill out for the weekend.
yeah. It depends on it depends on what's going on at the time.
True. There have been Fridays where, there have been releases and this and that. It gets a little busy, but
Right, right.
I'm always down for a nice, calm Friday.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Nah, I appreciate you for having me on today, man. I'm excited about the conversation, man. This is cool. This is hype for me.
Yeah, thank you for joining. It's a new, like I was saying at the beginning, it's kind of a new series. I used to do interviews back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
just like when I was, starting out in the world, and
Right.
it's definitely something I enjoy doing and want to bring back. So, yeah, thank you for joining me. It's not like the third one I've done so far
Okay.
on this Instagram live thing. So, yeah, I'm happy you're here. Like I was telling everyone, you put out Keegan 2 last year.
Mm-hmm.
A couple singles popped off. You have 300,000 views and everything.
Right.
Yeah, but so that was like, so let's start there, and then we'll kind of like work into, I guess, 2021, what's going on.
Okay, let's do it.
So yeah, you started off, but it came out right before lockdown. So luckily that came out. You dropped the video, worldwide known. Yeah, the video 100K views.
Shout out to Oh My God, it's Kid Fresh.
It definitely popped off. But yeah, tell me about the track. I mean, there was about like finding that inner purpose and everything, and
Yeah,
things about blowing up in general, right?
yeah. Worldwide known. It was one of those songs where it was like I was coming off a time where I was competing with myself. I felt like Keegan one was good, but I was more so on Keegan one giving people music that I think they wanted to hear, and like it wasn't a lot of the music wasn't like purely from my heart. You know what I mean? So I gave them a lot of music they wanted to hear. It was all real life stuff, but it wasn't the music. I didn't think it was the best version of me. So I think worldwide known was like, okay, this is Bees versus Darius. You know what I mean? So when I went in and actually did the worldwide known record, shout out to Buckroll, by the way, the producer. He should be coming in here. But shout out to Buckroll because he had gave me a vibe, something where I can go in and get lost. And once I got lost, it was just it all came out like so naturally. And shout out to my man, oh my God, this Kid Fresh. I seen him in here. That's my videographer. We kind of just created it. We went and made that movie, and it was just beautiful. And I just got lucky with it. I always say to Fancy all the time, like I just got lucky. At the end of the day, I just feel like I'm lucky, but it's blessed nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, like you said in the song, like any joy you have, you deserve it. And I
Hmm.
feel like that's an important line. 'Cause sometimes, we don't really stop to smell the roses, and then you look back and you're like, damn, like that thing actually did the thing.
Right. So
So,
that
yeah,
was big for me, man. That was big for me. That was
yeah.
fun record. And then as far as the rest of Keegan's who, every other record fell into place after that. It was just I just caught a rhythm. I caught my stride. I started enjoying the music, and then Keegan 2 took off.
Yeah, man, for sure. And yeah, like you said with the progression, you kind of went talking about like, kind of finding the inner purpose, then talking about like kind of those cloud chasers on Distant Memory, like the LA scene.
Yeah.
I'm not from LA. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm from New York originally, so I
Mhm.
kind of understand the vibe. But
Yeah.
for those not from LA, tell us about that scene and
All right. So
working bags.
so I'm a Boston kid originally. And like when the time I visited LA, you go over there and it's like a whole different energy, and you notice that like people are trying really really hard to be something else. So
Right.
when you're there, you're like, you can see right through people, but you feel like you have to do certain things to fit in. And Distant Memory, like the title itself, is basically me saying to myself like wow, I'm DBeez today, but like 6 years ago, what was Darious doing? It's like a distant we don't even remember because we're trying to enjoy the moment we're in now. And my man Nice Well Spent came on there. He's in here right now. Shout out to him. He came in here and he just went crazy. He gave it the extra boost and vibe that it needed, and that turned out to be an amazing song.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, he came in clutch. He's got a few features on there, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, he killed it. Yeah, I always love those nice soulful vibes, and you can mix them in with the hip hop track. It always has a nice balance to it.
Right,
for sure.
right. Yeah, they're fun. They're always fun. He challenges me a lot in the studio. Like
That's how you got to do it, right? You have to like challenge each other, and it makes you take everything up a level more.
yeah, like he definitely does. He doesn't let me go below a threshold, and like me and him will joke so much, and then he'll go in the booth and just do this beautiful, amazing melody. He'll say these crazy bars, and I'm like, wow, this could be your song. This might be your song now.
That's
For sure.
That's real. But yeah, as we go on to the album, though, you're talking about like where you started from, and you have like Orchard Park on there. Orchard Park. I'm not saying that right.
Yeah, Orchard Park.
Orchard Park, and you mentioned you're from Boston, so I'm not familiar with the area. Is Orchard Park's in Boston?
Yeah, it's a neighborhood in Roxbury. Home New Edition, Bobby Brown.
Okay.
So it's a lot of I put a lot of pressure on myself to like be able to say like, okay, I'm from there because of the things they've done. They pioneers, they trailblaze a path, and I just try to walk in their steps and just do things my way. And like I said, the neighborhood, it's just like any other urban neighborhood, tough. You have your drugs and your violence, but you also have your family and community there. That's amazing. So I can never speak bad about where I come from, no matter what happens there.
Yeah, no, it was a nice track, and you said there's a lot of inspiration that comes from living there, but you said you actually like personified it. You say like without you I wouldn't be here. Kind of gave the place a persona.
Right. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Like the people there the people there just give me so much life. They give me so much energy. Like they support what I'm doing. I could have been like a super gangbanger, and they're like, nah, don't go that path. Use your talent. So like they give me so much life. Like I appreciate Orchard Park like with my heart. Like they have everything.
Yeah, man. I feel like where you grow up, I mean, you can look at bigger artists, like you can look at like a Lil Wayne, you say you're a Money fan, so I'm sure you're familiar with his history and him growing up in Holly Grove. And he still raps to this day, and he still shouts out 117.
You have to. Yeah, you have to. You have to.
Like your hometown is what shapes you so much. Like myself, I grew up in Queens and Forest Hills, which is where.
Right.
I would say it was like 20 minutes from where Nikki was in Jamaica. If you know where Jamaica, Queens is.
Yeah.
I mean, two totally different cities, but nevertheless,
Queens.
It's Queens, and you have to really be careful what path you choose, and it does shape you. It teaches you later in life which paths to go down, which ones to avoid. And,
right.
So shout out to everyone's hometown. Bronx got a Bronx.
Nice well spent. Yeah, he love that Bronx, man. Shout out to Bronx.
Shout out Bronx.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure though. I feel you. And then, but you actually brought it back to Boston in the famous track. You had was that a Maserati you had on the basketball court?
Yeah. So that video was shot in Orchard Park, like my neighborhood.
That was in the neighborhood. Okay.
Yeah, I felt like.
What was that like?
Oh man, it was cool. The symbol that I gave that particular video. The police and everybody know the neighborhood, the gang as the Orchard Park Trailblazers. My favorite basketball player growing up was Brandon Roy. I loved Kobe Bryant a lot, but Brandon Roy was my guy. And
he had the sweet jumper.
Sweet.
The knees though, the knees.
Yeah, they gave out, man. His game was so smooth.
He was my favorite player in NBA, 2K, whatever. I remember I used to play with the Blazers.
Like 2K9, like 2K8, 2K9.
I beat my friend every time. It's Brandon Roy, clutch.
Yeah, nah, B. Roy's that guy. So I thought it would be cool to bring his jersey out because he rookie of the year. Underrated. I wore the jersey because I felt like, you know, it represented the gang. Obviously, I wasn't doing any gang ties, but I did the jersey because like it represents the neighborhood one, but it also represented an underrated but great player. He was an all-star, superstar nonetheless, but nobody ever spoke about him. And I felt like that jersey symbolizes me. I felt like Brandon and me are like in the same path where like I feel like we could compete with the big dogs, and we're just gonna stay quiet. He was a quiet superstar. We're gonna stay quiet and work, and we'll eventually get our recognition.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I guess it also has to do with the market because I think now with social media being much bigger, the underdogs have a much louder voice.
Right.
But early in, you know, like 2K9, 2010, you know, he was in, you know, it's in Portland, which is on the other side of the market. And you're competing in the West Coast with like the Lakers.
Right.
So it's tough, but I feel like he was always well respected, which I think is kind of what you're getting at. It's about earning the respect.
Exactly.
When you have that. You know?
That's exactly what it is. We just want your respect. We can do it too. Sometimes the accolades don't mean much. Like the respect is all that matters. That's what drives you to be better.
Exactly. I mean, I feel like if you look at any career, like you're always going to start off. You have to earn the respect. Even Stephen Curry, who is now obviously so well known, but people were doubting him when he came into the league. Like, well, you're kind of small. I don't know if you can handle the ball, and it's like the second he goes by, you're like, all right, or he hits the three, like, okay.
Proving people wrong is the fun part. That's the most. Yeah. That's the greatest part about being an artist and anything you do, anything in life. When you just want a little bit of doubt, and then you have to just train your mind to say, okay, I'm doubted because they don't know what I can do. So when I show them what I can do, I will be embraced. They'll love me.
For sure.
That's the mindset I go with every time I go in the studio, anytime I do anything.
100%. And I think if you look at even Wayne was considered the GOAT by many, if not one of the best.
Yeah.
You know, he was doubted. He has a line in, you know, the Grammys left me in Miami and wrapped it in my jammies. There's a line like that around the Carter. I think it was a week after the Carter 2, around there. So Carter 2, which is considered by many to be one of the best hip-hop albums ever, completely left off any nominations that year. And it really motivated him to go put out the Carter 3, which was the biggest thing ever. So it's like, you know.
You know, I don't want to say too much about that. That all-star team over there got left off a lot of things. We'll leave it at that. I mean, for him to be able, obviously, like any other kid, he motivated me. If you listen to my name, Beez, Beezy, like Beezy F, Weezy F.
Yes.
He makes this cool, you know, like.
For sure.
It's no words to say anything about him, and then to be able to be considered the GOAT and to bring in what arguably could be the GOAT, Drake, it's like, at the end of the day, you just gotta respect him. At the end of the day, respect it, they just deserve it.
Right, and I feel like the real ones do. Like, you guys that come up like Little Baby who go, I mean, that's the GOAT right there. Wait, like, hands down. And I feel like, and Little Baby kind of got the same taste of that medicine this year where no nominate. Like, to me, that was the best. Like, he was winning that. Or definitely nominated. I thought it would be Album of the Year. I thought he would transcend the rap category with that one. Just because of where rap is today. You know, like maybe just get that motivation. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like hip hop, we dominate the charts. You do so much. You see so many hip hop artists up there next to like Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber, and most of the time we're number one. Hip hop is normally number one on the charts. If you go look at the charts right now, it's probably hip hop and Selena or Justin, and they're flip flopping. You're like, you know, it's just tough, and it's just like we just LeBron said it best, man. We just need our damn respect. That's just all it is. You gotta respect the genre for what it is. That's why I love what Drake does.
Yeah, he's found that unique way to blend hip hop into everything, but it just seems like when it goes too far into that spectrum, the critics seem to go whoa. But also, like you're saying, you got Selena Gomez and Bieber who are very hip hop influenced. It's like you can't really have it both ways. Like you gotta respect the rap if you want to respect the crossover rap. It doesn't make sense to have one and not the other.
I thought the charts and Grammys, Billboards, all that stuff, I just thought it had to do with music.
Right. It has to do with what's popular. Like pop music, I feel like the term itself comes from popular music. It doesn't necessarily mean it has to be, Bruno Mars.
Right.
It's just whatever's popular. Right now, hip hop is popular, but I feel like the critics still look for pop in that general sense of, okay, is it Britney Spears? Is it Katy Perry? Is it something like that?
Right.
And unfortunately, when it comes to acknowledging an album like, The Carter 2 or Lil Baby, it takes an album like Take Care to like break through that ice where it's like, okay, it's more like R&B on the poppy side.
Oh man, yeah,
it's not straight bars, but it's like, it is hip hop.
You gotta mix it all in. But he does it the best. I mean, like I said, he's music's GOAT. Just got to put it for what it is.
To me, since we're talking about Drake to me is he took off kind of where Michael Jackson left off in terms of king of pop or king of music or that king's that like you're the biggest act in music, and to me that's definitely Drake at the moment. Like I don't see anyone else headlining Madison Square Garden 7 nights in a row. It doesn't happen. And then he did Barclays another week in a row. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's you just admire what he does.
Yeah.
That's just
all.
all.
He works hard.
Nah, yeah, he just speechless when it comes to that guy. I am just watch and observe.
It's really all you can do. But getting back to you in 2021. So obviously the year just begun. You put out these, last few videos. But what you been cooking up in quarantine? I know you ain't been sleeping. So what you been doing?
Oh man. Oh, the toughest thing was I was just telling Fancy this a couple days ago. I don't even listen to my own music, so I've actually, as of like a couple days ago, started listening to Keegan 2 again. And you got to match the energy and top the energy. And 2021, I have some things recorded. I have some things that didn't make Keegan 2. But I'm actually about to start working on this project called Outside Looking In. And, the title of that, it's going to be like an EP, 7 songs or so. I want to say I'm like 2 or 3 songs in, like guaranteed. Outside Looking In, I chose that title because like, it's a reflection of yourself. When you're looking in the mirror, it's almost like you're looking at the outside looking in. People's opinions are from the outside looking in. Like they have an opinion about you because they see what they see on the outside. They don't really know what's going on inside.
No.
So like I chose that project, that name, because I'm gonna really get deeper into the music. I'm gonna give them some party vibes. Now the thing is, I don't want people to think like I just make all of this storytelling music where like, no, I got some records where you'll like. I got a record, Tony Hawk. I think people really like it. A little dance record. But as far as like 21 goes, like I said, that EP, and then I got a couple of like singles coming soon. I have a record called No Trust coming real soon. We were supposed to release it. There was like a little mix-up, like with Apple Music and all of that stuff. We got it squared away. I'm actually bringing it back to the lab because I'm gonna swap some things out on it. I got some fresh, better bars for it. There's actually really good bars on it, so that was God telling me to take it down because I have more in me. But same thing you're gonna get out of me as last year. Quality music videos, probably about 5. The first one most likely coming in late next month, early April, because my birthday's March 17th. So,
all right.
So I'm probably gonna. It may or may not come around that day. I like to play with my birthday a little bit. So.
Yeah, you gotta celebrate the birthday in some fashion.
So, if I don't give you the video that day, I'll give like a trailer.
We'll get something. All right, cool, man. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I can appreciate that title too, because I feel like everything today is very face value, and everything is what you see just on a social media page, or
right.
It kind of feels like social media is that mirror. So
yeah,
it's nice to have that, more. I know you don't want to do all the storytelling stuff, but it is nice to have that storytelling about being a little more introspective about what you see in that mirror.
Right. I try to give people I try to be as transparent as possible, and just stay true to myself. I've gotten more success doing that, just being true to myself. I'm being an open-minded guy.
For sure, man. For sure. I feel like to be a songwriter, that's something that you really have to find in yourself, whether it's hip hop or whatever genre. I feel like the best songwriters always have that ability to tap into that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's a challenge, man. You can't satisfy everyone. That's the tough part about being a writer.
No, that's true. That's why I feel like you see these albums that are 20-something songs long. But it's like, well, just in case you don't like those 5, here's another 5. But the EP will be a nice taste of, I think, what you said you're working on. So
yeah, just let me lock on.
We're all looking forward to that.
Right, of course, for sure. Yeah, it's just a process, man. I'm enjoying it. Oh, another cool thing too that I'm doing in 2021. I'm not a big artist. I've noticed a lot of the bigger artists not giving the up and coming people, the up and coming artists like their due, their credit. Literally, what I've been doing is taking time out of my Instagram. I've been going #music, and I've literally been going on posts. People will post their clips of their song, and I'm like, wow, this is good. Kid got 10 views. This is good. Hey, I'll drop a comment, like it, man. Yo, keep going, bro. This is awesome. I've been doing it, literally, and it's like people have been loving it. And I don't do it for the attention. I do it because if I can inspire somebody else to be great, then shit, that's my duty in life. You know what I mean? I'll take that over record sales and Grammys any day.
I feel like that. I feel like a lot of people feel like that too, and